Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm your favorite cousin, but are you mine? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. Share so the rest of our cousins out there that don't know about me can find us. Let's get into it. Married at First Sight. I don't know what season. Season 1 on Peacock, and it's in somewhere in Texas. Ooh, Lord, I need to figure this out. Anyway, Jalen and Josh. We're gonna hop right into the wedding. So, at the altar, both Jalen and Josh seem very attracted to each other. That is, as long as Jalen stays thin, because that's specifically what Josh requested of the experts. The reception is also going well. Seems that Josh is fitting in with the family. Jalen pulls Josh to the side to chat with her mom, and that's when she reveals that her mom will also be getting married at first sight the next day. Episode 2. I've noticed that Jalen loves fantasizing about the idea of marriage and the idea of being in love. To her, everything is a fairy tale, and that could be setting herself up for failure in the future. I really don't have no notes on them. Episode 3, they said that they did not have sex, but they will soon. Josh mentions that his business partner wants him to get a post-nuptial agreement. Jalen says that she doesn't care. I want to see the numbers for this business because something tells me that he might be broke. I could be wrong, but that's just an inkling I'm getting. They finally had sex the night of her mother's wedding because they felt like maybe that like brought them together and sealed it their bond. I don't know. That's what Jalen was describing. It was like a magical night. So good for them. And they also completed the Mile High Challenge on the flight to their honeymoon in Panama. Episode 4/day 3 of the marriage. Josh got Jalen some tickets to Burning Man on the day of their wedding because production would have you believe that he didn't give her anything and that she got him something and that was it. But he actually did give her something. It was tickets to Burning Man. And the way that he described it, it wasn't appealing at all. And I've noticed that Jalen isn't outdoorsy at all compared to Josh. She's trying her best to share his interest with him. But in that they've only been doing excursions that Josh likes or that he's interested in. So I thought that was interesting that he's making her come out of her shell and it's only been about what he likes. He hasn't really tried to do anything that she likes yet or inquire what she likes. I've noticed that and like, that's kind of concerning to me. A red flag, to be honest. And he also got Jalen a ring that's bigger, so it's this big ass diamond on her ring. I'm not sure where production got everybody, but it couldn't have been much because I've noticed that a lot of people are upgrading their rings, and I've never seen that on this show. So to the meetups, Josh and Jalen both expressed that they feel like they love each other already, and everybody's like, "Oh, how sweet!" So good for them. Brittany and Will. So both Brittany and Will seem attracted to each other when they first saw each other. So that's a good sign. I've noticed that Brittany does most of the talking and asking questions, but it could be because Will is shy. At their wedding reception, Will reveals that he's agnostic and doesn't believe in the traditional Christianity. Then he proceeds to go on and on about the Catholic religion and Christianity and about how he doesn't believe in Jesus and all of that. And it was to a point where Brittany's daddy was like, "So, you play dominoes?" Pastor Cal, I am extremely disappointed because I feel like this is a huge oversight, especially with you being a pastor. This should have been one of the main things that like is one of the core things that relationships are built upon. Why did y'all not speak about religion? And if y'all did, why would y'all match somebody? I believe Brittany may carry the same beliefs as her parents because they have such strong beliefs, whatever. So why would you match somebody who's agnostic with somebody who's a Christian? I don't know. This is a hard watch, honestly. I was rooting for them. Like they were set to be my favorite couple since the moment Brittany said her name was Brittany. You are my namesake, okay? I was rooting for them and now I feel like I'm about to be embarrassed. And I publicly said that I was rooting for them. So yeah, it's not looking good for them, and I'm so disappointed already. Episode 1 already in. I'm disappointed. Episode 2, Brittany seems like she's more open to be physical and affectionate with Will, and I feel like Will might be the one to hold out on intimacy, and that means physical intimacy and physical, like mental intimacy, like that type of thing. Episode 3, Brittany observes that Will is very opinionated. No sex, but soon. So for the first morning of the honeymoon, we learned that they had unprotected sex and both got really worked up about it, especially Brittany. So in return, Will got worked up about it. Then Will suggested that they just take it slow and not be physical at all. And in turn, Brittany felt rejected by that. But my whole thing is, what do you want him to do? If you really freaking out about this man nutting in you after y'all did it unprotected, what do you want him to do? How do you want him to feel? Like he probably freaking out like, what the am I supposed to be doing in this moment? I don't completely blame him for wanting to hold back because it sounds like she had a really bad meltdown. So he just wanted to take it off the table completely to, avoid this whole thing again. But I was right about him being the one holding out on physical intimacy. And I feel like Brittany is going to be sexually frustrated for most of this experiment if they continue to not do anything. Episode 4. Brittany is a complainer. I thought Will was going to be, but Brittany is turning out to be the one who's not satisfied with anything. She makes the conversations awkward as fuck. But I will say I like Will out of the two. He is pleasantly surprising me. His personality is a little bit dry, but I could tell that he's genuine in the fact that he really likes her. And yeah, I like Will. He's nice to look at as well. So that doesn't hurt either. So for the meetups, to me, Will looks like the odd man out in this group of dudes. Like everybody is white. Why is he the only person of color, black men? Like y'all need to even that out next time. Brittany feels like she has to pull things out of Will, which she is not very appreciative of. But my whole thing is y'all just met. You need to take the time to give him grace. You don't know his personality. You are still learning him. He is not going to bend to your will just because you want him to be a certain way. You have to learn to love him the way he is. You have to learn him, period. Brittany is frustrated because Will is very chill and laid back, and it seems to bring anger out of her. She asked him his love language, and to me, he was like, whatever you want me to do for you, I'm willing to do that. But I like spending quality time. That was very clear to me that he said quality time, and she still wasn't satisfied with that. She's like, what makes you mad? What makes you tick? What do you like? What don't you like? You rushing to find this out in one conversation. It will come out naturally if you observe him, talk to him, just let things be. I don't like that about her, and honestly, it's been very irritating because again, Brittany, it's like you trying to drive this man away from you. Chill out. Y'all just met a couple days ago. Y'all just got married a couple days ago. Take the time. Anyway, moving on. So we have Megan and Derek. The first thing I noticed was at the wedding, she got more support and positivity from her life coach than she did from her own mama. Derek's friends and family all look like the forefathers. So sorry. They look like the forefathers. Both seem attracted to one another. They are low key boring, but I believe they're going to be the pregnant couple. Megan's mama seems like a bitch for real, for real. Can't even lie to you. And once they return from like the reception back to the hotel, Megan was hot and ready for her some Derek. And when I say hot and ready, I mean hot and ready for the cameras to disappear up out of here. Episode 3. We learned that Derek has night terrors and he woke up screaming in the middle of the night. No sex, but soon. I think they're lying. Episode 4. Megan divulges her spending habits. It's a lot. And I've noticed that she doesn't ask many questions or even show much interest in getting to know Derek at all. I think she's attracted to his body, but maybe not his face, because anytime she compliments him, she's like, he has a rock hard body, blah, blah, blah. At the meetups, Megan makes a point to bring up Derek's looks and his rock hard body. Again, she wants to keep it light and fun. She's reserved, and Derek feels like she's not interested. On their paddleboarding date, Derek told Megan that he feels like she's not interacting with him, asking questions, interested as much as he is, and that really upset her. She got defensive and lied, saying that he's not doing his part either. But we have seen him carrying the whole, like, any conversation they have, we've seen him carry it. So she got upset and she shut down, and the date was over.
Bruh.
That's all I got for them. Moving on to Rhonda and Pat. They are the oldest couple. Both are very attracted to each other when they meet at the altar, but I believe Rhonda might be just too outgoing and spunky for Pat. She had this man running around the reception and jumping into the pool with their wedding attire on. And I'm looking like, bruh, did you rent this? Ruining these people dressed in tux that y'all didn't even pay for. Episode 3. They had sex, and she seems like she wasn't able to keep her hands off of him. At the airport on their way to the honeymoon, Pat sent a video or meme to everybody in the group chat on how to join the Mile High Club on an airplane. To me, it was low key, kind of odd to do. And he had let everybody know that he scoped out the bathroom and that it was roomy and decent enough for the challenge. Episode 4. Pat is a talker. You can literally see Rhonda clocking out of the conversation when he's talking. He also interrupts her a lot and introduces new conversations or topics without further comment on whatever the fuck she was just talking about. To me, that would irritate me. Pat is freaky. So he revealed he ate it up at the table when him and Rhonda was talking, and to her that was too much, surprisingly. And at dinner, she expressed to Pat that he does not express much interest in her, anything she says, and she was actively trying to teach him how to have a conversation with her and how to not be selfish, and it kind of frustrated him. For the meetups, Rhonda let the ladies know that they have already said "I love you." On to Belinda and Chad. During the wedding, both are unsure about each other. She doesn't think he's funny. She doesn't think he's funny for real. His humor is dry and awkward, and she's already saying that she wants to see a different side of him. And they're still at the wedding. On the way to the airport for the honeymoon, they stopped and personalized their wedding rings. Again, I have never seen this done so much on this show. The rings must have been horrible. I could be wrong, but Chad might not like the fact that he's going through this journey with Melissa alongside her daughter and her husband. I don't think he wants Jalen to be around as much or interfere with what they got going on. And the same for Belinda for Jalen. Episode 4. Chad said that Belinda makes his heart happy, so sweet. And for the meetups, Belinda felt like her daughter's ring showed her up, so she lied and said that the ring that Chad got her was just a starter ring and that he said he would upgrade her ring later on. It could be me. I think she felt like she didn't want her daughter to show her up and she lied in that moment. But maybe there was something said off camera that we weren't privy to. But again, I don't think that happened. So yeah, I don't know. Drop down in the comments to let me know what you think, and I'll be sure to meet you there. Which couples are your favorites? Who do you think will make it? Who do you think won't make it? I really want to root for Brittany and Will, and I'm trying to hold out hope. So we will see. Peace.
Come sit at the table. Come sit at the table. Come sit at the table.